Happy Thursday.
You just jump right in there like a cannonball, baby.
Screw that stupid standby video. We're not doing it anymore. So,
you jumped in like a cannonball.
Welcome to your favorite Alabama talk show on YouTube, X, all over the place. I think I shared this on Facebook, where we talk all things Alabama, from game analysis to recruiting to rumors to ridiculous takes. It's everything you're used to. We just do it a little different around here. Welcome to Waaay Offsides.
Smidge different.
I hope your week's going great. Fellas, how's the week going?
Crazy week, man.
It's going.
It's going?
Yeah.
You're breathing. You woke up and
I got a tooth issue and dodged a tornado this morning, but we're good.
Naders.
Roll Tide chat. Say what's up to the chat before I forget.
Naders and tooth decay.
That's it.
That works.
How Alabama can it get?
For real, man.
And row tide row.
All I could think was Janine still has my casserole dish.
You throw in a moon pie Mountain Dew and Conecuh sauce.
See something that's really right now?
It may be.
I don't know. If you hold up your toe, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, okay.
You know what that is?
You feel that down in your plums?
Those are plums, baby.
Those are plums. You eat them with salt.
That purplish hue.
Look at that.
Chat, do you eat plums with salt?
No, we just pick them right off the tree and eat them.
I eat them with salt. I used to too. We used to get those.
Some plums are already salty.
You know crab apples? I used to get those. My mama used to have a tree, and I'd get them and eat them with salt, man.
Yeah.
They were so
good. Salt on anything, it's a win.
Yeah. Yep. Watermelon. Chat, you eat salt? You eat watermelon with salt?
Dude, you can't eat watermelon without salt.
Watermelon with tahini.
I've heard that. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to.
I'm gonna blow your mind here. A1.
With watermelon?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Jeff's the kind of person that eats ketchup on his steak.
Oh God, no.
Sea salt, I love it.
A1 like a real man. Come on.
K-spray. The whole gang's here.
Jay Bacon now. Jason's back. We hadn't seen Jason in a while.
Jay Bacon once again.
Standards in.
Jay Bacon once again was here at like 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. He's been sitting here waiting.
Yeah. I want to challenge everybody in the chat, whether you're on YouTube, X, whatever, you got to try to beat Jay Bacon next week. Next Thursday, be looking for the live to go up, and I want to see if any of you guys can beat Jay Bake in the comment section of that live. Should be Jay Bake's
tough, man.
Dude,
guy's like a Marine, dude.
I'm at work and I get a YouTube notification and I check it. I'm like, Jay Bake, bro, good Lord, man.
Roll Tide, piano man.
Dude, this is great. We're happy to have everybody. And we have it's been a crazy sports week for Alabama, and we're going to talk about every bit of it today. You're going to get our unfiltered opinions on what's going on. They're pretty great. before we do that, we got to kind of, what's going on, Tim? Welcome
Tim,
in,
roll tide, Tim.
Before we get to the good stuff, we got the housekeeping stuff, guys. Please, if you have not, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment. Engage with us. This show is for you. We try to be funny. Like I said,
we do it just for you.
Just for you guys. We did a little differently. Look, man, we probably make like, I don't know, $60 off of YouTube. So we're dang sure not doing it for the money. And that's paying for our subscriptions. So we're dang sure not doing it for the money. This is for you. So engage with us. Have a good time with us. Ask questions. Be lively in the comment section. Let everybody know you're here. While you're at it, be sure you're liked and subscribed. Do the damn thing. We'll give you guys a couple seconds. You can actually go share in all your Alabama group chats and Facebook groups and everywhere. Let them know, hey,
Raj in the house.
Raj, the guys from Waaay Offsides are live. And if you're having a bum week, they'll make you feel better. I promise. At least Chris will.
And you'll feel it down in your plums.
If that's not motivation for you enough, remember that Wild Bill is still locked away in a well somewhere in somebody's basement, and he is not allowed out until we hit an undisclosed amount of subscriptions. So it's on you. Hashtag save Wild Bill. If you miss his old man stories, it's on you that he's not back yet. So, subscribe.
Or if he just put the lotion on his skin, then they let him out. But Bill's stubborn.
Look, J-Bait took it personally. Good luck. You guys, if you're going to beat Lance, what's going on, Lance?
That's exactly what he is.
If you're going to beat J-Bait, you got to,
pawn shop in Los Angeles.
You got to get up early.
Yeah, you're going to have to get up early. The Bill wanted.
Yep.
All right, cool. We can do that. We can make that happen. I think I still have it over in our Canva. Anyway, absolutely crazy week, man. There's been a lot of yapping, a lot of talking from head coaches and Paul Feinbaum and SEC commissioners. Where do we start? Should we start with Kalen DeBoer? Some of the stuff he's
Michael loves Paul Feinbaum. Let's get that out.
He does. He says he doesn't, but he loves him.
I hate Paul Feinbaum. Again,
he said he wants Feinbaum to fight him. He just wants to roll around and hug on him.
I've said it 1,000 times. If Feinbaum, if you're watching this, one hand behind my back, man, I'll take you on. You can't bring Tim Tebow. It's just no Marcus Spears, just me and you, man, head to head. Let's go. I don't
you just want to feel his skinny body hugged up to you.
No, man. Here's my issue with Paul Feinbaum. Listen, you know what? It's called Waaay Offsides.
Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there, baby.
Let's
burn.
Paul Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum, the mouth of the South, has made $1 million career off of people from the South, making them look stupid. And we praise him for it. And we need any help from Paul Feinbaum looking like idiots. And Feinbaum has built $1 million empire on it. And we just cater to it, man. We're just like, hey, let's call into a show. Oh, Feinbaum said this. He said that. Oh, la, la. Man, screw that dude, man. Screw that guy. Bro, the lowest of low. He's like, dude.
I think he and Lane made up this year. I was hated to hear that. I thought Lane threw the best haymakers at old
They love each other. They love each other.
I hate Paul Feinbaum, man.
But you gotta admit it. Feinbaum has brought out some of the most well-loved characters in Alabama.
That's the thing, though, man. Is people with a brain.
He's made a lot of money off of them.
Yeah, they try to rationalize it and go, they're characters. No, they're not, man. I follow some of these dudes and dudettes on social media. They're not characters, man. They're not. This is who they are. That Harvey Updike wasn't a character, bro.
No, he wasn't.
He was very real.
He was a real dude who did a really stupid thing and made our fan base just look awful. And it's so frustrating, dude. And he's just exploiting them, man.
But you know what's sad? What is sad is
they're like sideshow acts.
Not only
you're right, Jonathan.
He's right. The phone's there. But what's so sad is you have these idiots, and I'm gonna call them idiots, that are these characters and these people on the show, and then you've got other idiots that idolize them.
Absolutely.
You know?
Not me though.
Yeah, if you notice when this show comes on, he doesn't do a lot of talking. It's all calls. Like,
Yeah.
Jonathan was right. It's all phone calls. There's very little
That's it.
substance from the show. It's just
No.
call after call after call, break. Come out of break, right into a call, break.
Do we
But
need?
he has the
I'm saying
same.
he has no content. He doesn't do
He has
anything.
the same guest on over and over.
Yeah,
too.
he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
we have the same guests in the chat. Do we need a phone?
No,
a phone
I
line?
mean, what I mean is like he has the same
I know what
media
you mean.
personalities every week.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
know.
have any media personalities, so it don't matter.
I know. I keep trying to get them, and
It's
they're
gonna
like, "Yeah, man," and then
change.
they never show. But
Yeah.
that is going to change. Jeff,
Announcement later.
yeah, Jeff has got big
Announcement.
plans.
What?
Jeff has got
Announcement later.
humongous.
What do you
Jeff
mean,
has
Jeff?
humongous plans. You'll see. Chris doesn't even know.
Oh, I can see right up Jeff's skirt. Look
Ooh.
at that.
The Brady Bunch vibes in here.
Yeah.
Here's a story.
I just crop dusted Chris, but that's all right.
All right, let's talk about Kalen DeBoer. So Kalen DeBoer was asked about Alabama losing 4 games. Sorry,
Oops,
Chris.
we lost
We'll
Chris.
get back in a minute.
There he is.
Kalen DeBoer was asked about Alabama losing 4 games, and he brought up a common trope regarding SEC schedules. And he said, I would have liked to see how other teams fared with Alabama's schedule. Now, on paper, that sounds like a great response. But to me, when Alabama beat the toughest teams on their schedule outside of Tennessee and lost on the road to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, I don't know how I feel about that response, man. Now, I love Kalen DeBoer. He's not the best speaker. Nick Saban was pretty authoritative at the mic. Kalen DeBoer is a little meek, I think. Maybe he'll grow into it. But how do you guys feel about that response? It didn't sit well with me for some reason.
Look, I'm more offended by the question. Okay. The question was effing ridiculous. Like, it's completely irrelevant as to what we're about to go through in this offseason and then into fall. The opinions on last year are irrelevant. So this question was lazy media reporting, or whatever you want to call it. That was just a stupid question. So his answer was equally silly because it was a ridiculous, silly question. So a dumb question deserves a dumb answer sometimes.
Okay.
I was more offended by the question than I was Kalen's answer, but his answer was poo, but still.
Yeah, because I mean that we did lose to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
We shouldn't even be talking about last year.
So, which, by the way, we're gonna preview. We're gonna do a live preview way too early of Alabama FSU here in a little bit, and we're gonna talk a little bit about both of those quarterbacks and how FSU has the potential to present similar problems. Hey, down there, and so I looked on the wrong side every time. Hey, down there,
Every time.
hey. FSU has the potential to present the same problems. Spoiler alert: Alabama's going to throttle them, but we'll talk about it. But Kalen DeBoer wasn't the only person making comments this week. I don't know if you guys saw Greg Sankey talking about the potential of moving to 9-game schedules, which I'm a big proponent of, because if SEC teams stick with an 8-game conference schedule, guess what's going to happen? Anybody want to guess?
Chat.
Guessing? You're going to lose some serious rivalry games, some big-time rivalry games. It would, if Alabama stayed with an 8-team SEC team conference schedule, it is likely that they would either lose Auburn, Tennessee, or LSU. One of those games, the most likely being LSU. Now, I posted a video on this. There's a lot of historical significance between Alabama, Tennessee, and Alabama, Auburn. People don't want to see those rivalries go away, but I would say in the past 20 years, the most significant rivalry in terms of something actually being on the line for Alabama football is LSU. I mean, they played each other for a national championship. They've played each other for, how many times does their game come down to being a play into the SEC championship?
Exactly.
Punt Auburn. Let them survive without sucking off our teat for all these years.
Yes, because
they are living off winning lucky games and playing us close in games. They're living off that BS.
They're living off that with everybody.
Punt that crap game. It's a no win for Alabama. And we beat Auburn, big whoop. If they beat us, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's a monumental, it's a huge deal. They stormed the field. They party all weekend.
Yeah.
Speaking of storming the field,
it's like, why give them that? Let them swim on their own.
That's
like,
another
beat
comment.
it. Yeah, that's why I want to get rid of like all these set rivalry games, because we got to play LSU every year, and somebody's rivalry game is going to be Kentucky or Vanderbilt or Mizzou, or some other crap team. Mizzou's not crap, but you know what I'm saying, though. It's like it'll cycle all around. We'll play everybody. It's fine. It's like these automatic bids. Just let the wheel turn.
Something else that happened this week, Jeff.
Yeah.
Conference championships will no longer guarantee you a first round bye, which is so being a conference champion no longer will guarantee you a first round bye in the college football playoff. Now it will be the actual seeding and ranking of 1 through 4. Obviously, this needed to happen. We found out last season that it was a mess. I mean, you have teams that are playing, winning the Pac. I said the Pac-12, but what's left of it, or the Pac-2. Getting that first round bye and then getting slaughtered the second week. I'm here. I'm a big proponent for that. Not only am I a proponent for that, I'm also. How do you guys feel about expansion? We talked about Feinbaum and Lane Kiffin.
No, I didn't want to expand.
There were too many teams in it this year.
Yeah,
I think
you're right, Lance. But auto bids suck.
They do suck.
Auto bids is what ruins all this. Is these stupid auto bids? That's what ruined the playoffs last year. That's what's going to ruin them going forward.
Yeah, Jason,
there are none.
Yeah, to answer your question, there really isn't. It's losing its value the more we stretch this thing out. Yeah, if we go to 16 teams, conference championships are going to lose that much.
Listen, it's lost its value for a while. If you go back to 2011, we didn't have to win that game to get in the championship game. Go back to 2017. I think Saban threw the Iron Bowl so he wouldn't have to play in that SEC championship game because knew he was going to be in the title game anyway.
Yeah.
Then that's why he didn't pull the Tua trigger in that game. He let Hurts go out there throwing knuckleballs, and we got smoked in that game with the team that had every player drafted.
Yeah.
To my point, Auburn, that was a big win for Auburn. If we won that game, it would have meant nothing. They won that game, and they're still bragging about it on Twitter. Hey, most talented roster ever, couldn't come into the Jordan Hare and beat us. So I'm saying.
Roll Tide, fellas.
What's up, boys?
Roll Tide.
Stopping by. If you guys haven't, Herb and Raj got some crazy stuff going on lately. These dudes are putting in the work.
Good people.
So make sure you're over there. They're part of the Bama Standard Network. They're part of the WOSN too. They have our hearts.
They're family.
We absolutely have, they're family. So go over and give them a sub as well, please, if you've yet to do that. Man, I feel like for every step we take in college football, we're taking like 4 steps back, man. Like where something good happens, like the NCAA decided to address faking the injuries. And so they put a rule in place for that. Well, that's great. But now you've got head coaches lobbying for 16-team playoffs, and the media is behind it and this and that. They've already said they want to expand this thing again. We saw how lackluster those first round games were last year. It's so frustrating. Lance, 8 is the perfect number, man.
Yes, Lance is dead right here.
Perfect.
Boom.
Number.
That's the solution. Yep. Strength of schedule has to matter, and people bias cannot factor in. The human element cannot factor into these. There's got to be a non-biased formula, which is what the BC, we all hated it, but let's be honest, it was the most non-biased formula.
It was
worked because it took into account, it was a numbers thing. Everybody's like, can't computer can't decide. Now that there's 8 teams involved, we need the computer to decide.
But they hated the computer because the SEC was winning championships every year.
But here, Chris, to your point, that's a good point. But I think that literally one of the factors that decided to go to a playoff format was because there's more opportunity for the SEC teams to lose. So you go to a 4-game playoff. Well, that first one, Ohio State wins it. I think we're on to something, right? Well, then all of a sudden, Alabama starts winning them, right? If you got the Alabama-Clemson couple of years there, then Georgia starts winning them. The SEC dominates the 14 playoff. Well, this isn't working. We need to expand it. You've gotten two Big Ten teams winning your last two playoffs. Let's see what happens. People are just sick of the SEC. And look, guys, I mean,
SEC fatigue.
Yeah, I'm not going to knock the Big Ten. They have good teams, but they're definitely second when it comes to overall conference dominance. If you look at Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, these schedules that they're playing, Grambling State, which, by the way, Ohio State dropped some of their schedule, their game times today, and they put the Grambling State logo on there to make it look like they're playing Georgia. It's freaking hilarious. But anyway,
is that the one that's on Peacock?
I think so. Like, dude, folks are like, oh, they're playing Texas and then Georgia the next week. That's brutal.
I can't believe we got 11 a.m. against Wisconsin. Come on. Somebody fumbled that one.
Somebody's going to die in that game.
It's going to be 11 a.m. and 97 degrees.
97 humidity at 128%.
Somebody's going home in a body.
Wisconsin's going to be tough there.
That's crazy.
Who are you having a Coke with? Whose name?
Who are you sharing a Coke with?
Dude.
Hugh?
Dude.
It's a man called the Dude.
Yes, you're right, man. The BCS formula did have it right. Make the entire season a single game elimination tournament. I don't know. No, we would have got knocked out by Vanderbilt last year.
Yeah.
I can't live with that. I'm good. Oh
no. But I mean, it can be tweaked. AI, like Lance said earlier, AI could do wonders with that formula to tighten it up. And I think you would get a legit 8 qualified teams.
Yeah, I think
6 teams too flipping many.
I think there's
3 and 4 lost teams there.
Sorry, I think there's too much of a human component.
Yes.
Like, there's no reason that all these people should be sitting in or locking themselves in a room for 24 hours deliberating on who should be the 12 teams.
And they did that, and they came out of the room with Boise State as getting a bye as a 4 seed. Like, okay, that should have been like flags here. Everyone, whoa, turn the plane around.
Let's be honest. The human element, I'm going to say 80% of it is off emotion, and the other 20% is off bias.
Yes. And you can't help it.
What good does it do? Because let me go on and tell you, if I'm in that room, Alabama
you can't help it. Even if you try to be nonpartisan, the back of your head, your blood is crimson.
Yeah, just like anybody is with Michigan or Ohio
Just
State.
like any fan is with any fan. That's why you can't do it that way. There's bias there that you can't factor in.
I would say the numbers that you presented, Chris, are a little off because you have to factor in ignorance as well. You want to tell me those committee members are sitting there watching every game?
No. I'm sure we watch more of the games than they do.
Get out of here. You know what? You want me to tell you what they're doing? They're listening to ESPN. They're listening to Paul Feinbaum. This is what that guy said. Okay, I'm going to go with what he said. So it should be Boise State. It's in. It should be. How
many people's on the committee?
158.
Are you serious?
I made that number up, man.
No, seriously. Does anybody know how many?
I think it's like 12. 10 or 12, something like that.
Yeah, they're going to expand. They're going to expand that too.
So, how about this? If there's 12, let them pick 12, and then have a damn lottery, and have 6 of them and 6 common people like us. Have a lottery. Enter the lottery, and 6 people get picked.
Don't put me in there.
Oh, just do the formula. Just plug it in the computer and let AI spit it out.
Too easy. Yeah. That's too easy.
Don't put me in there. We never get in selections, man. Because every time Bama's going to be 6-6. I'm going to be like, put the tide in. Put them in, baby. Put them in.
I'll give you 6. I'll explain away all 6 losses right here, right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly why.
Yeah. It was raining too hard, man. You can't factor in that.
Yeah.
They look bad. I get it. But it was raining sideways.
Vanderbilt played the best game of their life.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Diego Pavia, bro. Have you ever played against Diego Pavia? Anyway, Speaking of Diego Pavia, Jeff, I'm gonna swap this up a little bit here. Let's talk. It's never too early to talk about upcoming games, right? And I did a full video on this, chat. So if you want to watch the full video when you're done here, you can go over and watch it, where I pretty much gave each position group in this Alabama FSU matchup who's got the edge. And spoiler alert, Alabama had the edge in just about every category. And I actually was trying to be unbiased. It's just hard to look at the FSU winning 2 games last year and actually holding up against Alabama. But I started to really think about it. They bring in this guy from Boston College, right? Tommy Castro. I can't pronounce his last name. It's some Italian. Castanayos.
We'll call him Tommy.
Tommy Casti.
Tommy Tutos.
Somebody
He's
put
a piece of shit.
Hey,
how you doing?
What kind of funny? Are you saying I'm funny like a clown?
No, man. I'm just saying you tell the story funny.
Anyway, so he presents some similar problems. I kind of watched some video on him. He presents some similar problems that Alabama's defense experienced last year with Diego Pavia and Jackson Arnold, which is interesting. So I don't know that Alabama's going to go into FSU and just completely derail the Seminoles. I think Alabama wins. I think they cover. I think the
early line's 12.
Yeah, I think they cover easily. But I wouldn't be surprised if they give them some trouble. Also, do you guys know who FSU's offensive coordinator is now?
The Gene Train.
No.
No, I meant Malzahn. Sorry, I was thinking Chiswick.
Who the hell is the Gene?
I meant the Gus Bus.
That doesn't even rhyme, Jeff.
No, it didn't. I was the wrong coach. I was a couple years too early. I was thinking the Gus. I was thinking Malzahn was the OC.
Yep. Yeah. Gus Malzahn.
That's a. I think the line will close up a little going into the game.
To where?
I think the line will go to 8.
Well, a lot could deter. If an injury is coming out of fall camp, that could affect.
Yep.
There could be an injury here or there that might swing a few points here.
Yeah. Milroe may come back.
No, Ty Manning looks like to be the second coming of Arch Manning.
We need to be careful, man. Look, dude.
Did you love Arch Manning is like far and away the top rated quarterback in the SEC on all these stupid preseason lists, and it's like, why? If it was Arch Smith, he would be about 8th on that list
because his last name's Manning. Look, I know a lot of people are really excited about Ty Simpson, but we got to temper our expectations a little bit because the first time homie throws a pick, folks are going to be on social media calling for his head.
I'm not excited about him, but
I'm excited about him. That's just because you think it's going to be Keelan Russell, and I've been telling you for 5 months you're wrong. And you don't want to admit that Cotton was right and Jeff was wrong.
No, but
you probably are right.
You're going to be the first one to pull him. He throws a pick, pull him.
You're going to be the person to pull him.
That's the irony of it all.
That's what's so funny. Right, the biggest Ty supporter for half the year is going to yank him in the first quarter.
Grubb needs to go.
The first knuckleball he throws, Grubb's outmatched.
Yep.
What's going to be fun about this game? Topic change. What's going to be fun about this game is this will be the first time that Alabama and FSU play each other since FSU got left out of the 14 playoff in favor of Alabama. And I'm sure they're going to try to use that as, hate fuel or whatever and this and that.
Is still half the Bama roster on Florida State still?
Roydell Williams is still there. Earl Little Jr. is still there. They still got a lot of
Bama. Great
what's that?
Is myself and Cotton and Buffalo Wild Wings 18 beers deep in Tallahassee watching it.
We will be there. Who's coming with us, chat? Any of y'all coming down to Tallahassee? If you decide to stay home and drink water instead, I don't blame you because this is hot.
I don't either. I've seen this. I've seen this guy upset.
It's hot, man.
Beer.
It's hot.
He said,
is there not a better place?
He says words you're not supposed to.
I'm not going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Chris doesn't realize that yet.
It'll be somewhere. It'll be like, I don't know where, but
I mean, there's an Arby's there too. That's probably better.
Let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's go find.
I'm gonna get a Let me get a big bacon cheddar.
Let's go find the most Seminole sports bar ever and watch it.
They don't have any. They don't care about that team there.
Urban Raj will be here. Got it. Noted.
Yeah.
Man, Herbert Raj don't miss a game. It's their fault we lost Oklahoma. They stayed the whole game.
Yep.
If they would have left,
Raj,
we probably would have turned it around. But no, they had to stay the whole time.
Come find us. We got stuff with your name on it.
Yep.
So,
subpoena.
we won't have any plums left. There won't be any plums. But
Ain't got no plums.
no, it'd be too hot for that.
Cat tried to tell him too.
It's probably
Thanks
gonna
a
be
lot,
good.
Herb Raj. Thanks for costing us the playoff bid last year. Real cool, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I want that stuff.
You do want this stuff. I promise you. I don't mean for that to sound as terrible as it does. Yes, you do.
Can I tell a quick story about the stuff?
Oh boy,
We'd be way off sides if we didn't. do that.
Family
years
show.
ago,
family show.
it's been some years ago, me and a buddy of mine,
It wasn't me.
we went somewhere and got lunch. We went to the drive-through at a Hardee's in Loxley, Alabama.
No, that's your first mistake.
So they had they had
Strike one.
good milkshakes back. They had Hershey's ice cream, made great milkshakes. Guy walks up to the window. He said, "You want some stuff on these things?" We're like, "What do you mean stuff?" He said, "It's stuff you put on them." We're like, "No, we don't know what you mean." And so he walks back over there and comes back with a can of whipped cream. He said, "It's stuff." We were like, "Yeah, we'll take that stuff." But that's what work release gets you.
No, Herb and Rod, you can't go.
Yeah, only if you hang out with us.
That reminds me of that road trip movie when he took the toast and threw it up in the air and landed in his shorts. Where he said he couldn't eat the cinnamon on it or something.
Byron, I agree with this. This is going to be tough. The last few times Alabama's gone to Florida, they have not looked great. I think the humidity has played a role in that for them. I remember Will Anderson freaking sucking air. But I
Definitely.
I don't. This is not the same FSU team as last year, but
No, they'll be better.
They will be better, but in a way, they're not going to be.
This ain't the same Bama team as last year.
Exactly.
You that.
Exactly.
I guarantee you guys that.
If Alabama can have any kind of offensive consistency, man,
there's a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be bad for other people. And
what time is kickoff?
2:30.
2:30, right?
3:30 Eastern time.
I'm guessing that's an ABC game.
Yeah,
probably.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be hot. Now,
it's not. I don't know who it is.
I'm hoping that
CBS.
They secretly move game day to Florida to Tallahassee that week.
I have a feeling that's going to happen. I have a feeling that's in the works. Something I felt.
Can Tallahassee handle that?
Yeah. I mean, half the people there are going to get the herpes and hepatitis, but it's okay, man.
You're right.
So, it'll be fine.
Pepsi, shout outs.
Anyway, I was watching what is it, Crane and Company. I don't know if you guys follow them. They're Barners, but they actually put out some really good stuff, and they were doing a breakdown of this game earlier. And they were talking about their expectation for what Alabama's going to try to do offensively in this game. And of course, all of us are like, well, Alabama's going to try to air this thing out. You've got Ryan Grubb in. You're going to bring in Ty Simpson. It doesn't matter how long Ty Simpson's been in Tuscaloosa. He's still going on the road. If you guys have never seen a game in Doak Campbell Stadium, it is an intimidating environment. They're doing that stupid loud chant nonstop. So I have a feeling that Alabama, and they said this, and I agree with them 100%. The game plan is going to be to test Florida State's defensive front. And if Alabama has any kind of success on the ground, contrary to what we expect from Ryan Grubb, Alabama's just going to run it down their damn throat.
Yep.
I really do. I think that's going to be the game. It's a great opportunity for that defense to get used to seeing something that was kind of their kryptonite last season and get comfortable with it, as well as that offense to get their footing, kind of get their feet wet as they move into, Georgia in a couple of weeks after that. You got Wisconsin coming to town. So I think it's actually a really good game placement for Alabama. It's got the hype that it needs because it's two big brands.
Brand and a half
to buy. Yeah. Well, to Byron's point, I wish it wasn't at 2:30 when it's going to be 115 out with 2,000% humidity. But
if you go undefeated and get left out of the playoffs, you don't get considered a full brand.
Nope.
If Alabama goes 13-0, you think they're leaving us out of the playoffs for any reason whatsoever? Even if we played 13 games versus the Sisters of the Poor? No.
If we lose our starting potential Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, maybe.
What?
Not Alabama. Because Alabama's bringing the entire Southeast. Florida State's bringing Tallahassee. Alabama's bringing 4 states worth of people.
That's a fair point. You see it as a USC opener. I remember that. USC coming out and growling and crawling around.
That was hysterical.
Lost by 50.
I think we were down in that game even. Weren't we down like 6-0 at the end of the first quarter or something in that game?
Yeah.
And then they pulled the plug on the Blake Barnett project.
Yeah. Byron, we were talking about Castellanos earlier, the transfer from Boston College.
No offense to any sisters. Thank you.
He's a lot like he's a lot like Diego Pavia. He's not as good as Diego Pavia, but he's going to present some of the same problems. Jackson Arnold wasn't as good as Diego Pavia and was able to pretty much do what he wanted to on the ground against Alabama. So
still don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. He wasn't even fast. If he was fast, I get it. He wasn't even fast.
Yeah, they were at the USC game, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, you're off the hook. You're off the hook.
The
I
curse.
know you're at the Oklahoma game. That it wipes out any good you ever did.
The curse is lifted, guys. You know what time it is? It's time to talk some recruiting. But hold on, Jeff. Before we get there, I gotta. Look, listen, all of you. There's 158 of you watching. There should be like 1,058 of you watching, and it's not happening because you're not sharing. Sharing is caring. And if you care about Bill, you'll share. You'll take about 15 seconds right now and go share this on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you got. And we'll wait. We'll be patient. But Bill's life is at stake here.
It is.
I mean, there's some crazy things happening to Bill right now. And if you guys aren't getting us subs, I can't promise that it's going to stop. Bill's somewhere in a dark, dank well. Right. I can't commit to this bit, man. Anyway, go share, subscribe, do all the things. Let's talk some recruiting. That's why everybody's here.
Bill's actually riding the Sibian cat. If you know what that is, go look it up. Recruiting updates.
Bill. Tomorrow, Bill's going to be Googling what that is.
And he'll find out.
Bill,
Alex Stein.
Bill, and he's not watching. Is he
Wait a second, Jeff. How do you know what that is?
I listened to Howard Stern for about 5 years straight when I was traveling.
Is that true? You had to look it up, didn't you?
All right. Everybody's here for recruiting.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Byron. All right.
Here we go. Let's talk some recruiting. Some amazing things are happening right now in Tuscaloosa. First and foremost, this weekend will start Alabama's first round of official visits for this summer, and they have a star-studded cast. I am not going to go through this cumulative list.
It's packed.
It's packed. I did a video on it. It's on our channel. Go find it. I think it's titled like so many 5 stars or something, eye-catching like that. Click on it. We talk about all of them. Go ahead, Jeff.
We're not going to sign all these guys. I was just going to piggyback off that. We're not going to sign all these guys, but the fact that we're getting this many people through the doors it speaks volumes in its own. I mean, the fact they're even taking visits here.
Well, you get them in the door, and then you let the man do it. You let Courtney take over.
Yes,
that's all it takes. I mean, that's what he gets paid for.
Has Booby committed? Is he still out there?
He's favored to LSU right now.
Yeah.
He is visiting. He is going to take an OV. But let's back up a little bit. Something I've been talking about on X as well as on our channel this week is Alabama right now, realistically, this isn't far-fetched, has the potential to sign 5, maybe even 6 5-star recruits.
God.
No, Jeff,
nuts.
hold on. Yeah, exactly. Well, I thought you were going to go the other way with it, but it is. Right now, they have 5-star Jordan Edmond committed. Sedaria Morgan and Xavier Crowell are both 5-star athletes. One's a wide receiver, one's a running back. They're both likely, I'm at about 85% and 80% respectively, that they will end up signing with Alabama. Now, Alabama is favored to land the number 1 linebacker in the 2026 class, Xavier Griffin. He is, I think, going to take some other visits, but I still feel very confident that Bama is the place. And these guys are all committing in the next month. That's 4 or 5 stars right there. Now, Alabama also is bringing in 5-star Jet Washington. I think Washington ends up going to Oregon. Booby Feaster is going to be there. Who are some other guys they got coming? It's crazy, man. The whole the list is absolutely insane.
Anthony Jones is coming. Tank Jones.
I think Anthony Jones is one I'm not I'm not as confident about, but I do think right now Bama's favored to land Tank Jones. I'll tell
you this: the word around the lunch table is 3 of those you named are coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, this isn't a fluke. This isn't us saying, "Hey, we hope we get these guys." This isn't wishful thinking.
Do you think these? Let me ask you. A lot of people. What you don't realize, these kids in high school, these 4 and 5 stars, these high-profile athletes, they all talk and they chat and they got group texts going on, and it's like they're colluding.
Well, yes, that's true.
You know, that's like. You can't get, I'm going to go on and tell you this. You can't get an interview with Tank. I don't care who you are right now.
Well, you don't need to.
He's locked down. I'm just saying, everybody's wanting to talk to him, but he's locked down. Their coach ain't letting anybody near him.
Yeah, and he shouldn't. I like that. I like that approach. Let him go on his visits. Let him talk to the people he needs to talk to. Because, I mean, he's being pursued heavily by Alabama and by Auburn. So those are probably going to be the 2 players in the rest of his recruitment along the way. But 5-star wide receiver Kenny Darby, he's there this weekend. Guys, I'm telling you, this is
that legacy?
I think so, yes. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. Probably. Who knows? I don't know.
I've heard both. I've heard yes and no. I just wondering if anybody knew for sure.
Yes. No.
Chat, does anybody know if that's Kenneth Darby's son?
I saw somebody say it earlier, so I'm assuming yes.
See, maybe, I don't know.
The internet said yes, so it must be true.
Yes, Byron. Jet Washington is Kobe Bryant's nephew. I heard that too, Herb. Yes, I think he is his son.
Wow.
But I think Jet Washington ends up at Oregon. We'll see. Here's the thing. I think Alabama is playing the NIL game a little more aggressively this cycle than they did last cycle, as well as they have those relationships now built inside the state of Alabama. Auburn fans were, to Jeff's point earlier, they were hanging their hat on the fact that Freeze out-recruited this brand new staff in the state of Alabama, for one
Didn't help him.
And here we come.
Okay.
Here comes Kalen DeBoer.
Hopefully DeBoer and crew, they can get a lot more for their money if they pay these kids like Bobby Bonilla got paid. Defer it
for 35 years.
Yeah, over a longer term, over 4 years, instead of saying, here's $2.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
You got to play it smart.
Yeah.
Who wants to take a shot at that?
Oh, that's cotton easy.
No,
I'm definitely me.
It's Bill.
I don't know.
I'm the better looking one.
Bill, he's got the most experience.
I'm the pretty one.
Cotton's got like 11 kids he has to feed. Put through college all at the same time.
And 76 grandmothers.
Oh my God. Thank you, Jason. Dude, I am fighting through a leg cramp like a mofo right now. Like y'all don't even know, man.
Good.
I got
stand up and stretch it out.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Why? Why are you in your underwear?
Maybe.
He's free balling it. I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it.
This is a professional show.
All right. A little windy down here.
It gets hot in the garage, brother.
I know.
I can't.
Y'all are gonna see some shows this summer of sweaty cotton during the show.
Yeah. Hey, look, if you see me start doing this in the show, it's getting hot, baby. It's getting real hot.
Yeah, when I was down there, I'm like, why do you do it in here, man?
Well, you see, it's better
Jeff,
space.
do the hand thing.
The kids ain't bothering me.
Oh, what is happening here? I'm dying.
No, Jeff, do the thing.
All right.
Anyway, back to recruiting because
and we're back. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. This camera sucks.
Do something.
Anyway,
Lance's truth.
in terms of what's going on in recruiting, keep in mind it is only May. June's about to start. So verbals are great. They're great, but they're not written, signed, sealed, and delivered. So things can change in between now and then. Now, I think that this cycle, a lot of things are going to change in Alabama's favor as they get closer to signing day. Somebody said it in the chat earlier. I think Alabama is going to make a legitimate push for the #1 class overall. Does that mean anything? Probably not, because a lot of these guys are going to end up transferring out at some point in time. A lot of the guys that came into the 2025 class are going to transfer out at some point in time. That's just the nature of the sport. That's how it is right now today. Take it. If you don't like it, don't watch. The more you watch, the more they're going to let it happen. Anyway, so Alabama's on a complete tear. Summer was very good to Alabama in terms of recruiting last season. Keep watching. I think there's going to be some surprises. The Darby official visit was a big surprise to a lot of people. He is verbally committed to LSU, but LSU right now is sitting with the #1 class. Last year they were sitting pretty high, and then right before signing day they lost a ton of guys. So we'll see if that plays out. USC, same thing's been happening to USC right now. They've had a really strong class, and now they're just having decommitments after decommitments. The Xavier Griffin story is that USC, Lincoln Riley told him he could not take official visits anywhere else if he was verbally committed. So he said, no, I'm not committed.
What an idiot Lincoln Riley is. Why would you tell that to somebody that has options? Because they'll just say, okay, watch this.
Yeah, especially the options that he has.
Yes.
Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas.
Riley.
Yeah, get out of here, man. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, like this staff and we talked about this going up the last season, this staff, what Kalen DeBoer did, the first thing he did when he got into Tuscaloosa outside of bring Suge Knight with him off the plane, is he started building a staff that could build him a pipeline all over the country. It wasn't just the typical states that Nick Saban used, Florida, Texas, Georgia. He kept those pipelines, but then he went back out west. You saw him go into California, grab guys, Las Vegas, and grab guys up north. And then, he was bringing in guys from Alabama. That's why Kane Womack was such a big hire, because he's an established coach in the state who has developed relationships with high school coaches. Dude, it's paying off this cycle big time. And Alabama's about to address the need. The need they have is pass rush. They're going to do that they've got a couple edge guys coming in to visit. They've got some linebackers coming in to visit. They're going to get Xavier Griffin. It looks like it's a good time to be an Alabama fan. That's all
is he an outside backer or is he inside?
Xavier Griffin?
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's inside, but let's check just to make sure.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yes, I call it edge now if you're an outside guy.
Yeah, he's not an edge guy, but I would imagine he could probably play. He reminds me a lot of Jihad Campbell. A lot of Jihad Campbell. His sideline to sideline ability is very similar when you watch him. It's very reminiscent. I actually posted a video of some of his highlights the other day, and that, again, just like everything else, we have a long form video on the channel where I'm talking about Xavier Griffin, and that's exactly what I'm bringing up is like, man, he looks a lot like Jihad Campbell. You can see it in the videos, but
man, when Campbell turned that corner, he was good player, but then when he turned the corner, man, he turned the flipping corner and became that angry linebacker that we've lacked for a few years and brought swagger once he realized that, man, I can bust these fools up.
Yeah. And
saw a
this is
different Campbell.
very, very similar guy. And that is why we here at Waaay Offsides have put in an official whoop for
It's official.
Alabama to land 5-star linebacker Xavier Griffin. I will say we posted this prediction after he was fong bombed, and I know what that looks like. But if you're part of our group chat, we were literally in there talking about it a couple of minutes, and I was like, I'm a little hesitant, but I want to go ahead and put it down and do it. And then all of a sudden, boom, he gets fong bombed. I'm like, all right, we're just going to do it. So I want to give a huge shout out, if you're watching, to a couple of folks in the group chat over on Edge. Amber, 34 like Diesel. That's who I was talking to. And he's like, I'm telling you, man, he's locked in. It's happening. I'm like, hold on, let's wait. He's still going to take some OVs to Georgia and things like that. I want to wait until after June 14th. And then boom, the on-3 prediction came. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So with that,
Can't wait in this game.
I know. Now, with that, let's take a look at our
take me after 8.
Our updated Woot board. We're 1-0 right now for the 2026 cycle. These are the 4 players that we have Woot to Alabama. Jordan Edmonds is already committed, I think, by the end of June, about halfway through July. By August, all 4 of these players will be verbally committed to the University of Alabama. Big stuff.
You need to fix this board.
I was just typing that.
Yeah, you need to take that one word off of there.
Oh, tracking. We can take that off.
Yeah,
that era is over.
Okay, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. That's easy enough. Good call, guys.
It's over.
I was like, oh my gosh, what did I misspell?
I already fixed that earlier. On a couple banners, already fixed that earlier.
Let's see what the chat's saying, man. Let's see. Chat, how are you feeling about this recruiting class? What's going on? Link officially gone. Yes. Okay, guys.
Right.
I'll fix it. You know, what are you guys feeling about this recruiting class? Like, I mean, do you think Alabama has a legitimate shot at the number 1? I think anywhere between 4 and 1 is about the same, factoring in transfer portal and things like that. The guys are going to lose. So I don't think it really matters, but you know, there's bragging rights by finishing with the number 1 class. So
especially in year 2, when, you know, he can't recruit the South, and then to come in here and be aiming at the top class. The number 1 class doesn't, I don't live or die for it. But in this case, if we got the number 1 class in his second year, his first full off season in his system, like, that would be very impressive. That would be something to be proud of. Top 3 is what we need. If we get in the top 3, we're good. But just to have that 1 in year 2 or year 1, really,
would
be
be
impressive.
Having a top recruiting class, to me, it doesn't matter, because you're going to lose. Every school is going to lose some of those recruits.
Mm-hmm.
Because they come in, especially these 5-stars, and they want to play.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to sit a year.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose some, so it really doesn't. It doesn't matter. You know, Bama may have 1 this year and be number 3 next year, but then that 3rd cycle comes around, and then what do you know? They got the best recruiting class again. I mean, if you consider plucking anybody out of the portal, you know what I mean?
It almost feels like it doesn't
matter.
Recency bias, you know, where
none of it matters anymore.
For the pub. It's more for the pub than for building foundations of a roster, because they don't stay long enough if they don't play, they don't stay long enough to develop.
Nope.
And you know, so it's like, it's really just so you can get on TV for that year and say we have number 1 class.
Yeah, there's kids that are going to commit to Alabama just to get offers from other schools. And so I don't think to answer your question,
or to up their NIL offer.
Yeah, to answer your question, Kat, I don't think it really matters. I think it matters. Okay, recruiting is still a pretty good metric to determine how healthy your program is overall. But in terms of how good you're going to be, you're looking at anywhere between 5 and 1. You want to finish in that range. I think there's not much of a difference between that range, just because some of the guys, maybe 20% of them, if they're not starting their sophomore year, they're going to bounce and then go somewhere else. And so, but then to Lance's point, that's when you supplement it with the transfer portal. And that's exactly what Kalen DeBoer is doing. Lance, I've been saying that about the defensive line for a long time. It seems like that's their biggest strategy about the defensive line is they're not necessarily recruiting super well out there at that position right now, but they're going to get it from the transfer portal.
It's tough for true freshmen to make impact on the defensive line. You need grown men in them trenches. So hitting the portal for defensive linemen, you're going to get 2 and 3 year players who are, 20, 21 years old, grown men playing in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to an 18-year-old kid coming from, a 4A school as a nose tackle or something. You can't. You got to be a man down there, man. You got to be a grown man down there.
Absolutely. And recruiting doesn't just impact football. Now, as Alabama fans, we get to worry about not just football recruiting, but we also get to worry about basketball recruiting. And in doing that, some crazy stuff has happened.
Man, was it?
Yeah.
What crazy
was it?
So, for those of you who aren't night owls, the NBA draft, the deadline to leave the NBA draft and come back for another year in college, ended late last night, I believe around midnight. And right at the last second, 0 dark 30, Alabama got some serious news. With Yay Alabama announcing the return of Alabama guard LeBaron Philon, who will come in back along with Aiden Holloway. And this, to me, immediately makes Bama a top 10 team going into the 2025-2026 season. Philon's, dude, he's my favorite player on that team last year outside of somebody who I won't say his name because now he's gone. But I'm really excited about this. And I love the fact that the news broke in the middle of the night and people were literally waking up this morning, having their coffee going, what happened? I
love it. Broke like 20 minutes after the Pettiford news broke that he was coming back.
It sure did. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got you. We see your Pettiford and we
raise you a Philon.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that news, man. I think he is the Ryan Williams of Alabama basketball. He's probably the one everybody's most excited about. I don't know what they paid him. I've seen the number going around today on social media. The number is $6 million. That's a good damn deal in my opinion.
He wasn't going to get that with an NBA contract, that's for sure.
Look, I told you guys, man, Alabama is they're not playing around with the NIL game anymore, man. Chris and I have been talking about this offline a little bit, and we feel very strongly about it for certain reasons. So Philon will lead your 20. Well, maybe you could say Holloway will lead, but Philon will likely be the leader of your 25-26 Alabama basketball squad. Preston Murphy and Nate Oates playing chess, not checkers, and they get their man.
I mean, we got 12 on the roster now.
We need one more.
Does that leave one spot? We got 5 returning players, 4 transfers, 3 freshmen.
Yeah, one more spot. I think they need to go after a big guy, man. I think we need a big body.
Yeah.
We need another big body. So
Houston Mallett be back healthy. I think that's a big big
granted another year. I know, really excited about Houston Mallett. It's gonna be wild. Gonna be fun times. Yeah, there we go, Cat. One more big. I agree with you.
We got the spot.
All right.
We got the spot.
I think we covered everything, man. There's a lot of sports stuff that happened this week. Did we cover all the news, Chris? What are you doing down there?
I'm swatting flies. And eating fries.
Things are happening. We hadn't
singing lullabies.
I was just thinking we hadn't seen the Ghost in a while.
We haven't seen what?
The Ghost. See, Jeff wasn't around for the Ghost. All the things that were happening.
Oh,
was it the Waaay Offsides Ghost?
Oh yeah, man.
You know the story behind it?
I think I vaguely remember y'all sharing with me.
When we first started this channel, man, wonky stuff would happen during our live shows. There was one time we were doing a live, and Chris's picture just comes flying.
I saw that.
Yeah, it used to be in
I
our
was in the opening video for a while.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And every now and again, if you pay attention, the way Offsides goes, it's usually around the time the season's going on. He shows up and he's a little chaotic. So don't get too comfy, basically, from coast to coast, baby.
News, as far as news goes, there will not be a tiered system for rushing the field in the SEC.
Nope, everybody's getting charged $500,000, baby.
$500,000.
They ain't gonna do jack squat. They don't give a crap. And kids don't give a crap.
That's the thing, man. The kids don't care. They don't have to pay it.
No,
they're gonna rush.
That's the problem. They don't care. They don't give a damn. What are they gonna do?
Tell you what, you want these people to get serious about stopping that? Forfeit the game if they rush the field. That's the only way to make them stop.
When they storm the field, close them in there. Be like, let them out one by one. They got to pay $100 to get out one by one.
Oh my God, don't put that comment up. You can't.
I'm not, but
Lance, come on.
We'll have to do it. We'll have to do it.
That'd be funny, Cat. Electrify the fences, and the first drunkard that forgets, off it goes.
We'll do a reenactment of that around the 4th.
Sure, that works.
You know what? Hit them. Take $500,000 out of their NIL fund. Take $500,000 out of the school's NIL fund. Don't fine them. Yeah. Take the money out of that. Then you'll start seeing some results.
They'll stop real quick.
Because old Hung Freege, man, he'll be out there just barking.
Hung Freeze.
He's with his old red face.
Where the hell did that come from? Dude, God bless him.
That's what my phone auto-corrected Hugh Freeze one time when I was crap talking him. It changed it to Hung Freege.
Hung Freege.
F-R-E-G.
What is up with Lane Kiffin? Look like he's wearing a bad self-tanner.
Dude, somebody needs to get homie some sunscreen, bro. He's a big fisherman.
Dude, Lane been down in South Beach, man. Lane's the mayor of South Beach.
He rubs some self.
Joey Freshwater.
Bro, yes, the homie he's definitely using some bronzer, bro. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Hey, guys, you know what this Wednesday is? Oh, yeah. It's time for After Dark. This Wednesday, we'll be live. We're going to do it our normal show time, so it'll be
still be kind of daylight.
Oh, so it'll be after dusk, more like it.
Yeah. Basically, but look, man, we have
after late afternoon. After work.
After
we're unhinged after work. Ding, 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 ding.
After Dark this week, please consider joining us on Wednesday night, and then we'll have our normal live show on Thursday. We've got a lot of cool segments coming up that we're working on. Some of those, I guess we can kind of talk about and tell people what we're doing. Jeff, do you want to talk about what you've been working on?
So I've been lining up a few. We're gonna have a few guests on the show. The month of July is pretty booked up. Got some guests in August. We haven't gotten any in August yet, but we're going to have one in August. We're going to have Auburn Anonymous is going to join us on June the 26th. If y'all aren't following them, they are hysterical, man. They're unhinged obs like we are, BAMs, and man, they can stir it up, and they stir it up. So they're good dudes though. With them. Yeah, they're good dudes though. They got thick skin. They like to chop it up. So they're going to join us. We've also got the Gump legend himself, Cruz, is going to join us July 10th tentatively. You know, his schedule's so crazy he's all over the place, but he said July 10th he's free. So that's actually the same day the new college football game comes out on PS5, I think.
Which is interesting because he posted yesterday, nobody bothered me on July 10th.
That's right. So don't worry, I'm going to be bothering him, and then he can give us his review of the game even. But I am going to be bothering him. Herb and Raj are going to join us on the 17th, doing some season stuff. Then we got a surprise on the 31st of July. DJ is going to join us. She's a massive LSU fan, big-time LSU fan. She was on a Herb and Raj show the other night. She's a firecracker, man. She's passionate. She'll chop it up too. So we've also got Buttercream Dream. Corey Ryan Forster is going to join us in August, on a Thursday in August. He's a huge Georgia fan. If y'all don't know who he is, go check him out on Twitter. He's a comedian, touring comedian. So he's a really funny guy, real nice guy. Big Georgia fan, like unhinged Georgia fan. So yeah, chat, be nice, have fun, but be nice. Jay Bank's going to go crazy. You know, these are good folks. They're just making content like we are. They're passionate about their teams. So we thought it'd be fun just to have some other perspectives. Some other fan base fans come in here and talk trash and have a good time.
What you're saying is I can't tell them that they're stupid.
You can tell them that.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Certainly
You
can tell them that.
No. We're also sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
I'll give them the finger
on After Dark.
I'll give it to them now.
You can't give it to them now. You can't do that on YouTube. But
why are you bringing Auburn fans on this damn show?
To go back and forth with them,
so we could chop it up, man.
Like, all right, bye.
That's cool. We don't need that negative energy anyway. All right, so yeah. We try to reach out to everybody's. We try to get their fan bases on. It's fun chopping it up. They got a pretty funny following on Twitter, man. They're pretty funny. They're good dudes though. So they were very honored. We asked them to be on our show. So I feel good about that.
It's nice. We're also still working to get Clint on. Clint Lamb.
Yeah.
He's from Cover Crimson. He hasn't written us off this yet. Just a lot of scheduling conflict. So that's
it's
coming
hard
down
getting
the line.
These heavy duty media guys in because they're bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, I'm excited to get Clint on though. I got a lot of respect for him. I think it'll be.
He's got good content.
So with all that,
we got some guests coming up. Sorry, Colin. Go ahead.
No, you're good. With all that out of the way, it is time for some trivia. All right. Hopefully, Chris did his homework.
Hold on, I'm getting it pulled up.
Googling it.
So that's a no.
Well, I just my notes are.
That's okay.
Siri, give me 5 trivia questions in a flash.
Yeah, use AI. You guys know the rules here.
Copilot will hook you up.
We'll give chat a couple of time good Lord, I was trying to read a comment and talk at the same time. We'll give the chat some time to answer before we do. I probably won't answer because I'm scared of giving the wrong answer and looking stupid. So Jeff, best of luck.
Best of luck. And tonight we are covering NCAA football. You don't know what it's going to be.
Uh-oh. The game?
No. Shut up before I leave again. All right.
You guys,
I'm getting home.
This gentleman was the first halfback from the SEC to ever win the Heisman Trophy in 1942. What? You going to sleep? He played
question
football.
From the 40s.
He played football for the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Who is he?
It's not Herschel Walker.
It's not.
Oh,
we're gonna see what you guys know.
Leon Shrugs.
1942.
It says I'm got a question from the 40s.
Ass. Was he Georgia's first Heisman Trophy winner?
No, it doesn't say that. It just says he was the first halfback from the SEC to win.
Who was it from the 40s? A white guy. Who was it?
Frank Sinkwich.
Yeah, there it is. There he is. I like him. Okay.
There it is. Dwight Eisenhower.
Number 21. I remember him. Hey, he also set the SEC total offensive record with 2,187 yards.
Thank you, Google.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, AI overview of Google. Totally. Yeah.
All right. Here's one that's easy. What school had a vehicle named the Ramblin' Wreck take the field before home games?
I know this one, but I'm not.
No, you don't get to play.
I know the answer.
You don't get to play only on the ones you know.
That's fair. This one's easy.
Yeah.
See, for some people, it may be.
Oh, there we go. We got a right answer in the chat already.
I was about to say Yellow Jackets.
There we go.
The chat. I was letting the chat have that one.
They had to get Google up.
Well, there's a delay between us and them chatting.
Yeah,
so
there's like a 5 second delay.
Good question, Chris. Good question. It's Sacramento State. Yep. Shut up, JJ.
Yep.
You guys can't take anything serious. Wait till we do logos in a minute. It's going to be even worse.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? Here's a good one. This should be easy. Which Alabama native led the North Carolina State Wolfpack to 4 straight bowl games from 2001 to 2004.
That's easy. I know that one.
I'm trying to keep it easy for him.
Mike DuBose recruited him to play safety at Alabama.
That's about to kill this.
Y'all know who it is. Had the prettiest throwing motion of all time.
Alabama native may mess them up. There we go.
They're on it, bro.
Yes. Mike DuBose wanted him to play safety. Recruited him as a safety. That's how he wound up at NC State.
All right.
And we had Andrew Zhao and Tyler Watts.
It's KI.
All right, on to the next one. Which former TCU player set an NCAA Division I record for most rushing yards in a single game in 1999? Former TCU player.
Mm-hmm. That one's easy too.
Yep.
That could be any. What former TCU player did anything offensively ever? All the answers are.
There you go.
One answer. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah. I think one answer might be Andy Dalton. Tomlinson.
All right.
Let's see. All right. How many more y'all want to do?
Lethanian Tomlinson.
Like one or two more, because then we're going to do the logos and then we'll wrap.
Let me find it going. All right. Here we go.
The game's different for JP. He's just putting
quarterback
in the chat.
Ricky Williams stuff.
Just what former TCU?
Lethanian Tomlinson.
Which
K. Ivy.
Which former University of Louisville quarterback had the nickname the Golden Arm?
Was that one of the Brom boys? Brian Brom or Jeff Brom?
You don't know who the Golden Arm was?
Was he in the 40s?
Just shut up.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is easy. I know this.
No, he Googled it.
Oh, my God.
I knew it.
I knew it.
He Googled it and said, oh, yeah, this is
easy. A damn thing.
Lamar Jackson. There's a whole Teddy Bridgewater. There's a whole your answer is Johnny Unitas.
Unitas?
Unitas.
Unities.
Unitas. Unitas.
Pee Wee Herman. He was a heck of a quarterback. Like Prince was real good at basketball.
Yeah, they actually called him the Golden Wanker, was his nickname. So
all right, let's move it down south here.
You guys can't take anything serious. Like seriously.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Golden
saw
Arm,
I just saw what Cat said.
Oh my God, I just saw it too. Jeez.
Oh, I want to put that on screen. Not going to.
Oh, y'all are nuts.
We should do a best of comments.
Yes.
I plan to do that at the end. We're gonna do like a year in review. It'll be fun.
That'd be good.
All right, here we go. This will be the last one.
All right.
Oh man.
I agree. There are definitely some willies.
This small town in Louisiana has been Louisiana Tech's home since 1894. What town is it?
Oh, I know. I actually know this.
You think you do?
I'm going to double check.
I know it, but I'm going to double check.
Oh, double check.
Yeah, I was right.
I don't think Cotton knows the rules of the game.
Well, I mean, I'm not allowed to answer.
Trivia doesn't go, oh, hold on, let me double check.
We got some right answers. We got some right answers in the chat.
Right answers and wrong answers. I mean, J-Bait's the closest.
What did he say? Wait, J-Bait.
He's right.
He's right.
Oh. You're terrible people.
Actually, Burnt Corn is a town in Alabama.
Yeah, AK's right. There's only 2 cities in Louisiana, really. The rest is just sewage.
Fish bowls.
No, actually, those 2 towns are the sewage.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's where.
Have you never had any of the soup from Bourbon Street?
I have.
Why would anybody have anything on Bourbon Street that you didn't bring yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Right. I'll pass. Yeah,
including
that seems sketchy.
It is sketchy.
A little sketchy. Well, guys,
I've been to Lafayette several times,
great.
Cat. So
They did
I got
great.
love for Lafayette.
They were very. Everybody watching was very
they did a good
mature
job
with their answers.
I know.
And
Very
took it seriously
Yeah, this was not at all like a kindergarten classroom.
at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Great job, guys. Chris, good job with your questions. They were good questions. Well done.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir.
All right, are you guys ready for Guess the Logo? I've got a few of these ready to go tonight. I saw it. Nope. Nope. We can't. It's too close to June.
When Grandpa's looking down from heaven.
We're too close to June.
All right.
What do you mean too close to June?
Nothing. Keep going.
Nothing, Chris.
My birthday. That's my birthday month.
Okay, that's great. I'll talk about
happy.
something else.
Wonderful.
Oh, geez.
Yay, it's my birthday.
I was talking about the D-Day anniversary. Definitely not.
Shreveport. I've been to Shreveport too, Jay Bake.
Yeah.
I have a friend that went to Captain Shreve High School.
Chat, are you ready? Are you locked in? I need you locked in. These are not going to be as easy as they usually are.
Can we guess?
Well, yeah, these are for you guys.
No, you look it up first to make sure you're right, and then you can guess.
I'm going to look it up and say, I think I know this one. Let me double check.
Chris, you're going to know the first one immediately, but let the chat try to answer. Okay? Jeff, you probably will too. All right, deal?
Chat's getting out of control.
All right. Are we ready? Chat, take this serious. I worked hard on this all day.
This better be a logo and not a
mascot.
not
Are
a
we
DP.
ready? Are we ready?
Please be what
All
I
right.
think it is.
It is what you
What,
think
a
it is. Here we
DP?
go.
a
Starting
DP.
off strong. 5, 4, 3,
Do it.
2, 1. Name that mascot or logo.
Oh, almost a DP.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Come on,
So
chat.
excited.
Let's see what you got. That's an ugly freaking logo.
I'm so
That's ugly.
excited. Shut up. Won't you say that?
That's what happens after you eat the soup in New Orleans. You look, your
We got one person.
eating looks like that.
Oh,
That's close. That's a lot closer than you probably think. You guys are very close, actually.
He's like, that's the morning after.
bro.
Yes, Lance is right.
Where,
This Lance said a stink pickle.
does anybody got it yet?
I don't think anybody does.
That was actually a quarterback I created on my college football game, Sammy Stinkpickle. I tried to get him to Bama, but he went to Syracuse. I lost him to Syracuse.
Yeah,
Wait,
yes, AK. This is a real.
This is a
logo.
real logo. This is a real logo.
It's
So
not
I
AI
saw-
created.
I promise.
Create a shriveled peen boxing. That's what he did to Chat GPT.
But it's not a bean.
It's not.
It's a
Chris.
bean.
If that's a bean, he's got a really long peen.
No, I said a peen.
Oh, my Lord God. Help us. I'm going to pray for all of y'all. Chris, would you like to enlighten the chat?
This is the mascot,
Is that Mito
Delta-
Porto?
the Delta State University Minutemen, also known as the Fighting Okra.
It's okra, people. It's okra.
Sure. This stuff probably looks better on the way out, huh?
They see something shaped like a, I don't know, like a spade and it's green and they all
From
said,
Kosher,
Oh,
Illinois.
it looks just like a piece of okra.
He's hiding Bill Pickles from Kosher, Illinois. Kosher State.
Oh, you guys are great, man.
I
All
agree,
right.
K-Spray. There ain't no okra.
We really need a visual of the actual mascot on the field.
Yeah, hold
Can
on.
you-
I can make that happen really quick. You
Yeah,
want me to make it
it's look, they put a lot of work into this.
It's pretty bad. I'm going to be
It
honest.
is.
It's not great.
It's
Um,
not, but I mean, it's the
yeah,
best
but
damn
we can-
mascot in the country.
We can 100% make this happen. Y'all talk about something for a few seconds. Wait, hold on.
The Cold War was neither cold nor war. Discuss.
He does a great Donald Trump.
He does do a really good Donald Trump.
He
That's
does.
crazy.
Yes, okra does have a stem on top.
Yeah, it does.
I spent many summers cutting okra with my grandfather.
Okay, Chris, this
That's
is
cool
not.
that you got that time, but oh,
This is not going to be an on-field image, but it is a legitimate image of the mascot. This is the real mascot. So Cotton didn't just make it up. Are you ready, Chris?
Go ahead.
I don't know. This is from a commercial or something. I don't know.
I want to see this.
Kind of looks like the start of like a corn type video, but here you go.
That's it.
What are you doing with my wife?
Dude, he's hung like a mule.
Oh, goodness gracious. Are we ready to move on to our next logo?
Yes.
All right,
Please.
chat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name that logo. There you go. Oh.
That's what's left of Mississippi State after they only cleared $30 million in revenue last year.
That's all I can guess.
This one's tough.
But is anything cut out of this or no?
No, this is
wins.
This didn't put a puzzle together and let's say the
God, jeez.
I will give you a hint.
Give me a hint.
The college is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mercer.
What? Oh, I think I know what it is. Let me Google it and see.
Yeah. Let me double check. Hang on. I'm going to double check.
That's not how this works. Chat, come on. I believe in you. Somebody out there. No, it's not Mercer.
Oh, I know.
Hold on,
I was right.
We're going to give the chat like 15 more seconds. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. I believe in you. Oh, J-Bake's close. There it is, Jason.
No.
Tim almost had it.
He was so close.
He was so close.
Tim, you were there.
I don't even see Tim's comment, bro. Oh, Morehouse. Yeah, guys, it is Morehouse. Sorry, Tim, I didn't see your comment before. It is Morehouse.
Is it Morehouse or Morehead?
It is Morehouse, spelled M-O-R-E House College in Atlanta. This is a HBCU.
You flashed up Morehead, said he was right, so that's what had me confused.
Actually, the best saxophone player I've ever heard in my life went to school here. Mr. Jay Price, the guy was crazy good. Love that dude. But anyway, got another one lined up. Are we ready? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Who's ready? All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name that logo.
Oh,
the Monopoly guy.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Give Chad a chance.
I've seen this one recently. I just don't know where.
You all know this one. Oh, AK.
Yep.
That was quick. That was like butter.
That one.
Was that it?
And he even corrected his spelling. Love it.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. Yes, Austin, PA.
I like the
good job, everybody.
Profile picture there.
Colonel Sanders.
Okay. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
All right.
That's actually not a bad logo.
It's not a bad logo. I think the next four are not nearly
better than the green peen.
Oh my gosh. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
What, Jeff?
Kaz is dropping haymakers.
Who is?
The one on the screen?
I'm not looking. I'm looking at something else.
Okay.
Yeah. He's lost.
I forgot. I thought you were still doing the show.
Jason said, give us another one.
I'm working on it. Hold on.
So you wasn't prepared, was you?
I am. I'm just double checking myself that I didn't screw something up. Because I think I did. No, I did not. Okay. Are we ready? I just wanted to double check. I'm trying to give you guys a premium product. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name that logo.
Chattanooga Kingpins?
No. You're not too far away from it.
Oh, the Miners.
Jason got it.
Is it the Niners?
Niners.
The 40
okay.
yeah, the first
I'm
Charlotte
not.
49ers.
I am not gonna let that slide. My guy said the Miners.
Like the
I know. I'm just kidding. Jeff's not a
it's
pervert. There we go. AK.
Charlotte
is
49ers.
that who it is? The 49ers?
That's what Jason said. He said,
Yeah, Chat's
Yeah.
got it, man. See, UNC, Charlotte,
yeah.
It was the
job.
pick. It was the pick that had me thinking
Yeah.
it was
the Miners.
a minor.
Yeah.
You guys are so
Niners.
smart. All right, you guys should get this next one. No problem. Are we ready? All right, 5, 4. Well, hold on. Let me get this freaking comment on. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name that logo. That one's easy.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Close enough.
Tush push, baby.
Isn't that the
J
what I was gonna say right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And didn't one of our Bama alum coaches go to UNT and coach?
Do they?
Did that? What? Who went up there? Who coached at UNT?
Ask Chat. Don't know. AK, did you said that was your alma mater? Was that
Didn't one of our
UNC
coaches
Charlotte?
go there?
I don't know. Was that UNC Charlotte, AK, that you graduated from? We get prizes. You get our respect, Jason. You get our respect and congratulatory. I almost said the wrong word. Anyway, are we ready for the next one?
Charlotte.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, AK. All right, let's move on to the next one. The last
NASCAR.
We're on the last two here. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name that logo. I want
Is
the
that
full
AUM?
name. No abbreviations here, people. The
AUM
full name.
Warhawks.
No,
What?
it is not.
I mean, I know what it is.
Full name, people. Not just acronyms. Full name. Use your
The
fingers. Type out
university.
words.
Use your words.
Type out
It is-
fingers.
It's not the Texas. It's not Texas State. You're close. It is not the Ravens. There we go. AK. I will say, J Bank got it up there with UTSA. This is
did.
University of Texas, San Antonio. They are the Roadrunners. You were right. Chat, you're so smart. I'm proud of you guys. I mean, God,
Oh, K-Spray
don't-
almost
don't-
had it. That was close.
Don't.
I'm
tell
proud of
them
them.
that.
They're doing a good job. All right, we got one more.
Don't
In
tell them
5, 4, tres, dos, uno. Nombre el logoyo.
I gotta guess. I don't think I'm right
Put
though.
it in the private chat.
That's what kind of cat is that? Is that a panther?
That's a domestic. It's a Maine Coon.
I thought so. By the shape of his nose.
That's not. I'm not close then.
I think Jason nailed that one.
Dang, he sure did.
Did you
God.
give him the list?
Damn, Jason, well done.
Jason knows his logos.
Jeez.
Okay, Jason, if you make it down
Bozeman,
here
Montana.
No,
We'll have
nobody knew the okra.
you did. That's all that's important. You knew
That's
the
all
other.
that matters.
That's all that matters, baby. Chat, you guys are amazing. Good job.
Well done.
Proud of all of you. You did way better than we did. You could probably do this whole job better than we did.
Probably
But
can.
you choose to come and hang out with us every Thursday night, and for that, we love you. That's gonna be it, guys. We're at 1:30. I say we kick this bucket and go do our whatever. I don't know. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Make sure you're subbed. Follow us on
Please.
social media. We do have a website now, waayoffsides.com. Way with 4 A's. 3's not enough, 5's too many, 4 just like in Alabama. Go check it out. We've got blog articles. We put our videos up there. And just as always, thank each and every one of you. You guys are, you're the reason we get up in the morning.
You are
I got kids. Not
very
really.
much.
I do think about you a lot.
It's our loyal listeners. That's why. That's what
Speaking
gets
of
me.
kids,
Uh-oh.
is the most recent high school grad? Is he going to college?
He is
Where's he going?
Alabama.
Alabama, Greenbow, Alabama.
Yeah, I will have 2
Greenbow.
at the University of Alabama.
Just come home to
Following in their
Greenbow.
daddy's
Yeah,
footsteps.
what is he going to do? Any extra curricular stuff, or just go to school?
He's just going to go to school. He is
He
working
should
on
He should really be a cheerleader.
he is actually it looks like he's going to work on a bachelor's and a master's at the same time in mechanical engineering. So he's not going to have time for extracurricular.
Wow.
That kind of stuff can be done over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid's brilliant. It pisses me off, but I'm proud of him.
Well, I mean, you're a doctor.
Who's the real father?
On that note, thank you for joining us. Please say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU
And Tennessee too.
Roll Tide, y'all.
Go Tide, row.